After 60, your brain becomes more vulnerable than ever. And what's even more shocking is that many seniors are unknowingly damaging their memory every single day by doing things that are still considered completely normal and even legal. As a brain specialist, I've seen this over and over again. Patients struggling with forgetfulness, brain fog, mood swings, or confusion, and in most cases, it wasn't age causing the damage. It was their daily habits. These hidden brain enemies are all around us, on our plates, in our cups, and even in our medicine cabinets. And what's worse, no one's warning seniors about them, until now. In today's video, I'll reveal the top 8 legal things that are secretly hurting your brain health, counting down from number 8 to number 1, with number 1 being the most dangerous. If you're over 60 and you want to stay sharp, alert, and independent, you cannot afford to ignore this. And please, watch till the very end. I'll also share what you can do to protect your memory starting today. Let's dive into number 8, something most of us have consumed in the past 48 hours without even realizing how harmful it truly is. 8. Artificial sweeteners. Many seniors switch to artificial sweeteners to avoid sugar, thinking it's the healthier option. But the truth is, these sweeteners can quietly damage your brain. Substances like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are all still legal and widely used in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, and even in medications. But your brain doesn't process these chemicals like it does with natural sugars. Instead, they can confuse your brain's signaling system and disrupt the balance of neurotransmitters, those chemical messengers that control mood, memory, and thinking. Some studies even link long-term use of artificial sweeteners to higher risks of stroke and dementia. And here's what's even more concerning. These sweeteners can harm gut bacteria, which are directly connected to brain function through the gut-brain axis. For older adults, this can mean more forgetfulness, more irritability, and slower thinking. If you're already noticing changes in your memory or mood, it may be time to cut out those sugar-free options and stick to more natural choices like honey in moderation or stevia in its raw form. The next time you see sugar-free or 0 calories on a label, remember, it may not be safer, especially for your brain. 7. Lack of deep sleep. Many seniors believe poor sleep is just a normal part of aging, but it's not. In fact, not getting enough deep sleep can seriously harm your brain health. Deep sleep is when your brain does its daily cleaning, flushing out toxins, organizing memories, and repairing itself. Without enough of this restorative sleep, those waste products, like beta amyloid, can build up, which is one of the major contributors to memory loss and Alzheimer's disease. What makes this worse is that most seniors either don't realize they're missing deep sleep or they're relying on sleep aids that don't actually help the brain. Sleeping pills may knock you out, but they often block the very deep stages your brain needs. That's why you might still feel tired, forgetful, or foggy, even after a full night in bed. If you're waking up frequently, snoring loudly, or feeling exhausted during the day, your brain is trying to send you a warning. Instead of ignoring it, try improving your sleep hygiene. Limit screen time before bed, keep the room dark and cool, and avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Good sleep isn't just rest, it's brain protection, and the damage adds up faster than you think. 6. Chronic stress. Stress may seem like an emotional problem, but it's also a physical threat, especially to the brain. When you're constantly stressed, your body releases high levels of cortisol, a hormone that's useful in small amounts, but incredibly harmful when it stays elevated for too long. Over time, chronic stress begins to shrink areas of the brain like the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory and learning. That's why stressed seniors often forget names, misplace items, or feel overwhelmed easily. Stress also affects sleep, digestion, and immune function, all of which impact brain health. And here's what's concerning. Many seniors live with silent stress from finances, loneliness, or health fears without even recognizing it. This ongoing pressure doesn't go away on its own. It builds and quietly chips away at brain function. To reduce stress, start small. Practice deep breathing for 5 minutes a day, go for a short walk outside, or connect with someone you trust. Laughter, light exercise, and even hobbies like gardening can all help lower cortisol naturally. You deserve peace in your later years, not just for your heart, but for your memory too. Don't underestimate stress. It's a silent brain stealer. 5. Skipping brain-boosting foods. Most seniors know that food affects the heart and blood sugar, but not enough realize that it directly affects your brain too. Skipping the right nutrients can leave your brain foggy, slow, and more vulnerable to memory loss. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon and walnuts, are crucial for brain cell health. Vitamin B12 supports nerve function and helps prevent confusion and memory problems. Antioxidants from berries, leafy greens, and colorful vegetables help fight inflammation in the brain. But sadly, many senior diets are low in these key nutrients and high in processed carbs, sugars, and unhealthy fats. That's a dangerous combination. Without the right fuel, your brain can't function properly. It's like trying to drive a car without oil. And if you're not sure what a brain-healthy diet looks like, we've uploaded a simple senior-friendly food plan on the Best Health app for seniors. The link is in the description and comment box below. You'll find it especially helpful if you're dealing with prostate issues too. Nutrition matters more after 60 than ever before. Your brain depends on it every single day. 4. Multitasking. We've all been told that multitasking is a great skill, but for seniors, it's actually harmful. The aging brain is designed to focus on one thing at a time. When you try to juggle multiple tasks, like watching TV while scrolling your phone or cooking while talking on the phone, you overload your brain's limited working memory. This creates confusion, forgetfulness, and even irritability. Long-term multitasking can reduce attention span and weaken the neural pathways responsible for learning and memory. And while it may seem efficient, studies show multitasking often leads to more mistakes and slower completion overall. Seniors with cognitive concerns should especially avoid multitasking during important tasks like managing medications, paying bills, or navigating roads. Instead, try single tasking. Complete one thing fully before starting the next. It may feel slow at first, but your brain will thank you. Focus is fuel for your memory. Over time, slowing down and simplifying your actions helps your brain function better, not worse. So the next time you're tempted to do it all at once, remember, doing one thing well protects your brain much more than trying to do everything at once. 3. OTC anticholinergic medications. This might be the most surprising one. Some of the most common over-the-counter medications are quietly harming your brain. Drugs with anticholinergic properties, like certain allergy pills, sleep aids, and even cold medications, block a key brain chemical called acetylcholine. This chemical is critical for learning, memory, and attention. When you block it too often, brain fog and memory loss follow. Medications like diphenhydramine, often found in popular sleep or allergy pills, are still legal and widely used, but studies now show they're linked to a higher risk of dementia when taken regularly over time. Seniors are especially at risk because their brains are more sensitive to these effects. If you've been taking PM-labeled medications or even some bladder control pills, it's worth talking to your doctor about alternatives that are safer for your brain. You don't have to suffer in silence or risk long-term damage just for short-term relief. It's time we all became more aware of what's inside the pills we're taking, because what's labeled safe might be silently working against your memory. 2. Alcohol, in moderation. We often hear that a glass of wine a day is good for the heart, but it's not so friendly to your brain. For seniors, even moderate alcohol use can lead to shrinkage of brain tissue, especially in areas responsible for memory, balance, and problem solving. The older you get, the more sensitive your brain becomes to alcohol. That evening drink can interfere with sleep cycles, increase fall risk, and contribute to long-term cognitive decline. What's even worse is that alcohol interacts with many medications, including blood pressure pills, diabetes meds, and antidepressants, making side effects more dangerous. Alcohol can also dehydrate the brain, reduce blood flow, and affect mood-regulating chemicals. Even if you don't feel drunk, your brain is still paying the price. It's important to be honest about your intake and consider cutting back or eliminating alcohol altogether if memory, mood, or balance has been an issue. Your brain isn't what it was at 30, and it needs more protection now than ever before. Think of every drink as a decision that could either help or hurt your mental clarity. Make it wisely. 1. Ultra-processed foods. Finally, the number one legal thing damaging senior brains today: ultra-processed foods. These are the boxed, bagged, frozen, or drive-through items loaded with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, preservatives, artificial colors, and chemicals you can't pronounce. They're cheap, convenient, and everywhere, but they're devastating for your brain. Processed foods create inflammation throughout the body, especially in the brain. That inflammation can damage neurons, slow down communication between brain cells, and lead to memory loss, confusion, and even depression. Many seniors rely on ready-to-eat meals or fast food due to convenience, but these meals are often stripped of real nutrients and packed with additives that weaken brain function over time. Diets high in processed foods have been strongly linked to a faster decline in cognitive function and higher risk of dementia. The worst part? The effects aren't always immediate. They build up quietly, day after day. If your grocery cart is filled with boxed snacks, frozen dinners, or fast food, it's time for a change. Whole, fresh foods aren't just better for your waistline. They're fuel for your mind. After 60, every bite counts more than ever. Protect your brain from the inside out by choosing food that truly nourishes it. So now you know, these 8 things may still be legal, but they are certainly not safe for your brain. After 60, your brain becomes more sensitive, more vulnerable, and more in need of protection than ever before. The good news is, it's never too late to make a change. Just by being aware of these threats, you're already taking the first step towards sharper thinking, stronger memory, and better health. Start by removing one harmful habit this week, then another next week. Small steps turn into major results over time. And don't forget, what you eat, how you sleep, what you take, and even how you think all shape your brain health. You deserve to age with clarity, confidence, and control. And if you need help making smarter health choices, check out the Best Health app for seniors. It's packed with guides, food plans, and daily brain tips made just for people like you. The link is in the description and comment box. Take charge of your brain before these hidden dangers take charge of you. Stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.